Hi, welcome to Rob Ukulele. I thought I'd do a bit more of an advanced fingerpick lesson, and something that came up when I was playing along with the ukulele group the other day. We were playing a particular song that was in a 6/8 time signature, and 6/8 is really good for fingerpicking. It's almost built for it. And the song we're playing, I've just got it up on my screen here, Can't Help Falling in Love with You, made famous by the Elvis Presley version. And it's got some fairly simple chords, but so it is in the 6/8 time signature. So, rather than the standard 1, 2, 3, 4, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the kind of 6/8 time signature. And what's good about this particular song for practicing that is there's a fair few chord changes. So I've just got it up on my screen over here. So we've got on the first line C, E minor, A minor, F, C, G. But there's actually 8 sets within that first line. So there's C, E minor, A minor, and then again A minor, so that's the first 4. And then we have F, C, G, and then again G. So that's 8 sequences in total. And each chord represents a bar. It's nice and neat in this one. That's again the reason why I've decided to do a lesson on that. So we'd go C, E minor, A minor, and again A minor, F, C, G, and again. Nice and neatly. Now the other thing that makes it really nice and neat on using 6/8 is I've got 4 strings on my ukulele. And let's just focus on the C chord first of all, make it nice and easy. So my sequence for my 6/8, I'm going to play 6 notes, and goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now using the finger picking technique that I used before, I use my thumb for my 3rd and 4th string and my fingers for my 1st and 2nd string. I slightly deviate on this right at the end, so I go. So I kind of break the rule in that the very last note I hit, which is on my 3rd string, technically I should use my thumb. I tend to use my 1st finger, it's just kind of easy, but could use your thumb and stick to the rules. Now, what's really neat about that sequence is as I play that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the next note to hit, which will be the first note of the next chord, just happens to fall on the 4th string, or the string nearest me. Now I'm playing a low G, so it kind of works really neatly on a low G, because you then start with a low note to begin the next chord. But if you're playing on a high G, no worries about that. Just remember that the first note for the next chord will always be the 4th string, which is the string closest to you. So you should naturally fall, excuse me, should naturally fall on your thumb. Happens every time, so you've always got a marker as you're playing through. So you slightly go off on your finger pick, you can restart on the next chord, and as in that first line there's 8 chords and actually 8 bars, 1 chord per bar. It all works out really neatly mathematically in this song, which is why I think it's a really good one to learn on. Obviously the second line, the chord sequence changes a little bit because it goes F, G, A minor, F, C, G, C, but then it comes back into the sequence. But this is a really good song to kind of practice that technique on, that kind of rolling fingerpick style, so it's kind of going up and down, up, almost like a circle, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, up, da, 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 as you're kind of going around there, and gets you into changing those chords. Now, the technique on your right hand, or left hand if you're left-handed, of course, does not change. That finger picking sequence that I've showed you remains the same all the way throughout. All you're actually going to do is, leave the machine going in your picking hand, is just change chords, and then everything else should come into place. Just one other thing to do, once you get kind of used to and changing chords, 6/8, to give it the kind of swing that you need. Now 6/8 is a kind of waltz. Some people who've done a bit of ballroom dancing will know that actually it's a Viennese waltz. So rather than the kind of standard waltz dance that you see people do, which is 1 2 3 1 2 3, a Viennese waltz is the one where they spin. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3. So the two dancers are kind of spinning around the dance floor as they kind of move around. So that is 6/8. Now, when you're playing on 6/8, it's good if you can emphasize number 1 and number 4. So you go 1 2 3 4 5 6 1. Kind of overemphasizing it just to give you kind of illustration. But that there's a slightly more attack on the 1 and slightly more attack on the 4. And that gives it this kind of swing as you go through. So done a little bit of embellishment there, particularly on G chords, because it's kind of really good for that. So that's the kind of end of the lesson. Hopefully I've remembered to put the chord sheet up so you can kind of follow along. I did get that chord sheet from Ultimate Guitar, which is where I go and get most of mine. Sometimes I make slight amendments to them. But the most popular one for that song is readily available in the key of C. So pretty easy to follow along. But try that one as well. The interesting thing about that, if you can get that sequence, then there's a few other really, really famous big songs that use exactly the same. So I'm thinking You'll Never Walk Alone, for Jerry and the Pacemakers, or from a film, was it, I can't remember which one it was it Cabaret or something like that, and obviously the anthem of the Liverpool football team, and also Unchained Melody. Oh my love, my darling, I can't remember all the words, but you get the gist. It's exactly the same sequence, exactly the same technique for the finger picking, and changes chord on the bar as well. So what's not to like? So hopefully you've got something out of that lesson, and in between time, enjoy the ukulele.